bugging him about us getting married because he wants to walk me down the aisle. But I said I want to get married with the papers and all the things.
Okay, no, that is sounds like a lot of paperwork. It wasn't actually when getting married was a lot of paperwork.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend it. I don't think Byron would recommend it
Oh,
either.
I do need to do some paper because I need to get what is it called? A will. Yes.
I think I can do those. Can I? I don't know. I'm a paralegal. I don't know what I can and cannot do. I know I can do sell stuff.
You're a paralegal?
I am a paralegal. I remember just yesterday when I was doing crime. No, actually, it was like 2 weeks ago already.
Sorry, remind me your name again.
Julia Stonebridge Tuttle.
Julia. Oh, that's right. I officiated your wedding. God
Yeah, you
damn,
did.
I have a terrible name.
Are you okay, Justice?
Were you drunken?
Yeah, you did. I think he was.
I did have some to drink, but I ended up working most of the time afterwards. So
I feel like I need heels to stand. I can barely see you up there.
I don't feel like heels are working. I'm gonna be honest here.
I see the top of your head and my nose.
So, Julia, have you ever done this for a murder trial before?
No. I was hoping Danny would be here, but I don't think he is able. Oh wait, no, he has a repos. He's going to.
Someone walked in here.
So, we can do the super formal way where you introduce me when everyone's ready, and then I come in and sit down, and then we start. Or we can just.
What do you prefer? Casual. What do you prefer?
I don't know. I think we should put you through the ring of fire.
I hate the ring of fire. I always get burned.
I'm a good boss. So you pretty much just I'll be back in chambers. You have my phone number?
I don't. Wait, let me. I think maybe. I don't.
Well, what's your number? I'll shoot you a text message.
358-3424.
Wait, is that Rickett? Is that Rickett?
You get that?
Thank you. Yeah, I did. No, this is Gerald's.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go do some more prep.
You found the burden sheet, right, Yona?
Yes, I did. I got it.
Awesome.
I'm gonna go review this and make sure everything looks good, and then when they're here, just let me know when everyone's ready, and then I'll tell you when to introduce me, and we'll get started.
Awesome, sounds good. She's just having a mild panic attack. It's fine, this is fine. We're gonna be A-okay. What's the worst that can happen?
Fucking Julia.
Fucking Friar.
Lou, what you up to? You playing potato again?
Eef.
Sorry.
Hey. Oh. Sorry, David.
There's still a cop out there with him, right? Alright.
I don't know if this is a closed court case or not.
Court cases are
I'm
never
pretty sure
closed.
it's open. Gotcha.
Yeah, they're only closed under extreme.
Wait, is that ED?
12
years can change your man. Ed,
So,
sorry, Ed. Yeah, sorry.
we
I was the
should
one that
all
was
go
with you
in
during the
there.
apocalypse.
Yes, please. I'm gonna lock this door in a second.
I'm witness. I'm a witness. I don't know what I'm meant to be doing. I just got told to be here by the defense attorney.
Right. I
So-
believe you just kind of sit like behind
Yeah, and then
where
when
everyone
I
else
get
sits and then
called
they'll
up,
Yes.
and then when I get called up, I just move. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yes.
and we'll sell you in, and then you.
Can you get everybody moved in so I can lock this door for the safety?
Well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once everyone moves in.
Yeah, I wanna. Thank you.
It's just a horde of
Everyone
people.
enter.
Single file.
Single
This door sucks. This door sucks.
You're in the lunch.
The
in
defense made it as
cafeteria
well.
trying to
Safe
get
and
lunch.
sounds.
Well, we got it.
Defense is here. Prosecution is here. I can lock the court. I can lock the door.
Alright, if you want, it's up to you.
John, see not moving. Thanks.
Actually, here, you can have my seat. I need to.
Oh, wait,
so I can get it.
Vince, swap seats, swap seats. Yeah, that's it.
I got you.
Okay, not naive.
Pretty sure it's all right for the Honorable Chief Justice Brian Bertal, right? This is what I'm supposed to say when everybody's ready.
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure.
I have no idea.
I literally have no idea. He is actually turning me into the ring of fucking fire.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just gonna give it 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna ask if they're ready.
Baby steps, baby steps.
I want to measure shit Rogan.
Wait, who's on trial, anyways?
The guy is called Luca DeGrotti, and he is being charged with first-degree murder of Patrick DeGrotti. They are looking for a total time. They're looking for the max of the murder charge. And they have.
How long has he been in prison?
I have no idea. I actually don't. Because he did get remanded. This case, so he's not gonna be sent to jail, I'm pretty sure. 18 November.
Jeez. Homie's been in there for a while then.
Just a little.
Yeah. Here has the I kind of want the burden sheet as well, but I don't know where to find it. It's kind of my issue.
Sorry, Vince. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
Flores, somebody's supposed to be sitting here.
Owner,
Next to me.
for custom owner is approved.
Laura.
Huh?
We got there in the end. Is somebody supposed to be sitting next to me?
I don't
Is
think
that
any of
spot
the
next?
other. I think it's open. I don't think any other the lawyers are coming.
Okay.
I just wanted to be here, so you know.
That was magic.
Is that Brogan's character?
Yeah.
Yep.
That is broken, the one with the blue flowers, and that's the lawyer. That's Luca, and that guy with the blonde hair
most of my,
is
like, the lawyers in my
Micah.
firm are more like later nights, so
Yeah, that's fair.
this is early.
Guessing she's not playing Blue Stick anymore, huh?
No, this is her lawyer character.
Yeah, that's a
She
weird
she had that she has had that one for a while.
Yeah, we can move your knees.
Oh god, don't
She
talk
said
about
that she
laying
could
eggs
probably
with
take us
Eddie.
paralegals
Oh, I didn't
if we
even-
wanted
I
to.
actually
That
grabbed
was
big
ages
stacks
ago,
if
but
I
she
wanted.
may.
Yeah,
still
she
have-
probably might still. Yeah.
I took one from your small stack.
Oh.
That's what I was coming over here to bring you.
No, I do appreciate it. Thank you.
I know I gave you the Alfredo. Do you want some sushi too?
There you go.
Okay.
I'll just
At
try
least
to
you got the
find a
chicken
few
Alfredo.
things. What's this? Made this already?
He fucking walks up and down stairs these days. I jump down them. Fuck yeah. My stuff came in.
Ah,
I was like, fuck it. I'll just stay up until it comes in. And all of it came in this time, so I now have everything.
hell yeah.
Let's mute this. I use as little background noise as I can. Are you ready? I have no idea how his lawyer is called. Defense, are you ready?
Say again?
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Lou, are you ready?
Yeah, just polishing off my final statement.
Okay.
He's already fucking trying to polish off a final statement. Jeez.
Yeah, he is. I have no idea who the fuck just takes me. Hello, this is.
That was close. Medical turret. Right.
Waiting for the justice to say he is ready. What the fuck?
You know, Ed, I didn't think you swung that way, but hey, you know,
Was it that hard? You're not flow.
Okay, all rise, please, for the Honorable Chief Justice Brian Brutal.
It's fucking
And you all take a seat.
Thank you.
Good
Good morning, everyone, or afternoon. I'm Chief Justice Byron Brutal Carlson, overseeing CR-20221116-A, State versus Luca DeGrotti. Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah, you are.
Oh, here we
We'll
go,
go
boys.
ahead and begin with introductions from the state.
Lou Lightwood, Chief of the Los Santos Police Department.
Wayne Price, Officer of the Los Santos Police Department.
Thank you. For the defense.
William Power, representing my client, Luca DeGrotti.
All right. We'll go ahead and open, I guess, with any evidentiary motions.
Dude,
I have 2 evidentiary motions to bring forward, possibly, depending on how the first one goes.
Okay. Does the state have any?
We do not, Your Honor.
All right. Go ahead.
In reference to evidentiary items B4 and B5 and B6, I would like both of these stricken from the record, as they were added after the state's discovery period. When I requested my continuance, these were added prematurely by the state. And this was before my discovery was even
That is a big no-no.
brought forward. I would both these items stricken from the record, as these were added after the fact.
These would be the evidence collection log and what appears to be phone records.
That is correct.
All right. Does the state have a rebuttal to that motion?
Your Honor, once the continuance was requested, I may have jumped the gun and I assumed that the continuance would be granted, and there was just the evidence was added as essentially paperwork that was misfiled. It is simply an evidence log category showing the evidence of the chain of custody for our 2 pieces of physical evidence, as well as a communications log for Mr. Patrick DeRossi, the deceased.
So I think when it comes to B5, just for the sake of administrative bookkeeping, I'm going to allow that to stay in because I know that this is a recent problem that we've kind of resolved, and I'm glad that it was added in the first place. But I do want to know, Mr. Power, what's your worry about the substantive use of B6?
While I don't see any possible relation to the text messages that are here to the crime that happened, matter of fact is that these were added after the fact. I have a very defined discovery period. While I did ask it for a short continuance simply to add any items that I did discover onto the docket, this item in particular was added after my discovery period had technically ended, and I requested the continuance.
All right, and I guess since we're here in court, there's no use in hiding things at this point. But Lou, is there a reason that you think that these phone records would be substantive to your arguments today here in court?
Those text messages, although we are limited in how we can pull them at this point, were directed at the defendant. It was to provide an additional linkage between them.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about this real quick.
Of course, Your Honor.
Oh, I can't touch. I think the hardest because they're going for first degree murder, meaning that they are looking for.
So, Mr. Power, your assertion is that because the extension hadn't been granted, that this was improperly added, and therefore it should just be removed as a matter of good bookkeeping, pretty much, and procedure.
Exactly, Your Honor. I believe having this item be stricken from the record is important as it holds to our own standards and procedures that our discovery periods are finite. And while I did request a continuance on my own discovery period, that does not give any cause or reason for the other side to add evidence as well.
All right, so I'm going to agree with you in part on this motion, but I'm like I did say, I'm going to keep B5 in and B6. I guess I will strike for the time being. Any other motions?
Your Honor, since Mr. Power did indicate he no longer wanted a continuance and then was granted a continuance, and there seems to be issues with what whether there was continuance or not, I bring in the question E1 through E3, which were added after the fact by Mr. Power after saying no continuance was required.
I did not at any point state that a continuance was not required. I requested the continuance for the purpose of adding these items onto the docket, simply because I have a finite discovery period, and while I did discover these items within my period, I did not get them up to the docket within the allotted time, which is why I requested the continuance to begin with.
It was as no ruling was made on the continuance from the justice, nor have I added any evidence, I will not be adding evidence to the docket as it officially stands. And then,
I think that was more just him acknowledging that he's not going to do that.
I understand.
Until there was a decision on that. So, yeah, I mean, I will take that into consideration. Thank you for...
That way your recording doesn't pick us up.
Okay. Any other motions?
Not from the prosecution, Your Honor.
Mr. Power?
No other motions at this time.
Okay. We'll go ahead and move forward with opening arguments then, if you guys are both ready.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. The floor is yours, prosecution, and I'm sure as you have heard in the past, I do like a little flourish, and especially things that can include pieces of evidence. That's a note for everyone.
Your Honor, there was a normally quiet, secluded beach at the end of Sustantia Road, and Mr. DeGrotti allegedly put a stain on that peaceful beach by shooting multiple gunshots and taking a life. Mr. DeGrotti took the life of Patrick DeRossi by shooting him multiple times in the face and leaving him to die. The facts of the case are straightforward. We'll show evidence placing Mr. DeGrotti on scene, including bullet casings, as well as showing witness testimony that Patrick DeRossi's last dying breath was uttering the defendant's name. Los Santos has seen a rise in violence over the last few weeks, and I want our citizens to know that they are safe and that anyone who breaks the law will face the consequences coming to them. I'll save the rest for the trial, Your Honor.
All right, fair enough. And Mr. Power, would...
Yes, I would like to make my opening statement now.
The floor is yours.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the court, we are here today because Los Santos Police Department accuses a man of first-degree murder. First-degree murder, as defined within our penal code, is kills another person with intent to kill, with premeditation and deliberation. The evidence on the docket that we have here today will show not only did my client not kill this person, but there was no evidence to show whether there was any premeditation or deliberation with this killing. The matter of facts that I will be presenting here are that they are pushing for a charge that is not only very hard to push within this state, very hard to prove, but they have not proven that based on the evidence that they have provided or anything else that they may have on the docket at this time. Their arguments will be based around circumstantial evidence as well as statements made under duress of a moment in time. I am saddened by this person's death. I believe all of us are saddened by the death of anybody within the state. But it is my belief, and what I hope to prove here today, that my client here did not kill Patrick DeRossi, and that the killer is still out there, and that the evidence that was found is only a partial scene, as there was the possibilities of other locations, other things, other people at this location, and that my client is innocent.
Thank you very much, Mr. Powell. All right, we'll go ahead and begin with witnesses and evidence then. State, floor is yours.
Thank you, Your Honor. Draw attention to A1, which is the location of the incident. It is a GPS location. You'll see this is actually in block 7577. It's at the end of Sustantia Road on the east coast of San Andreas. If you take a picture, take a look at A2, you can see a crime scene photo where it was taken by an officer of Patrick DeRossi as he was being worked on by the medical staff. Please,
that's actually
if you,
Mr. DeRossi in the picture.
That is Mr. DeRossi, yes. If anyone's squeamish, maybe don't take a look at that. It does have a body there. And also evidence A3, after Mr. DeRossi was taken from the scene, you can see placard A1 or placard 1 and placard 0 representing a bullet casing and blood. So you can see the blood is where Mr. DeRossi fell, and where the bullet casing that's found mere feet away from Mr. DeRossi.
Objection, Your Honor. Creation of material fact, we have 2 items on the docket that are listed as placard 0.
Yeah, in the comments you'll see I made sure to update that. It was a clerical error.
1 second. You said A3, so I was confused. I was looking for something, and I think you meant B3.
Sorry. Yes. I labeled DNA results from blood found. I had it labeled as placard 0. It was meant to be labeled as placard 1.
Why did you change it?
Matter of fact stands that we do not have evidence A3 to look at here.
Correct.
Are you referring to B1, Mr. Lightwood?
That is correct. I'm sorry.
No, all good. Does that settle the issue, Mr. Power?
That does.
All right. So B1 and B3. Okay. Okay, I'm just making sure that I follow exactly what you're saying. Okay, carry on.
Of course. So, for the forensic scene of B1 shows that the pistol casing at placard 0.
I see it.
Now that unknown strain on B3, you'll see matches with B4, which has Patrick DeRossi's DNA sequence. The reason that the lab result is unknown is we didn't have his DNA on file as he hadn't been processed through the morgue at that time. So on scene we have we have blood returning to Patrick DeRossi. We have a photo of the deceased. And we also have evidence of a bullet casing with fingerprints returning to the defendant.
Your Honor, may I ask a very important question?
Pose your question.
In regards to evidence B4, which is in relation to B3, was there any reason to collect the DNA of Patrick DeRossi?
It is state procedure when someone is processed through the morgue to gather their DNA.
Is it?
Especially in a murder investigation.
Especially in a murder case.
I appreciate your question, Mr. Power. Any follow-up to that?
Yes, I'm going to bring forward to the precedent regarding DNA gatherings, CV-2022-1116-A, Icarus Foley versus Merlin and EXE, or Merlin X. A precedent that was stated here, I do believe, gives cause to any person that is having their DNA taken must have some form of request to the DOJ in order to receive their DNA. And the charges that would follow are aggravated assault, aggravated battery, voluntary manslaughter, second-degree murder, first-degree murder, and terrorism, which I believe is the list of charges that would be allowing for a person's DNA to be taken. Under nowhere in this precedent do I see giving permission to take DNA from the deceased.
suppose that would be a question to take up with Sams.
Well, I think there's an easy answer to that question, but I think it's pretty much been stated by the state already in that in murder cases, the body does become essentially evidence. So that includes any DNA that would be lifted off the body at that time. But I do see the argument that you're making there, and maybe there is room for clarification on how that applies to a dead person who, or a corpse, which would then become evidence. So I appreciate you posing that. I'll definitely take that up in my decision.
Understood. Thank you.
All right. Any other questions, or can Mr. Lightwood, Chief Lightwood?
We may proceed.
All right. Go ahead, Chief.
Of course. So B5, evidence collection. That is to maintain. We had chain of custody. Foxtrot 99 Banning was the one who responded and collected the evidence on scene, and he is also the one that took it back to MRPD and processed it and added it to our investigation files.
Noted.
Evidence is currently being stored at MRPD.
Well,
B6 is an interesting one because of the way our telecommunications records are filed as of late.
I'll remind you, Lou, that that's been stricken.
Oh, it's stricken. My bad. Very simple medical report. Injuries were gunshot wounds to the head. Treatment was repeated CPR, both performed by EMS Barbara Litzberg as well as Trooper Winslow Chase, who was on scene as well. He had no ice contacts. There was actually an autopsy requested, despite saying no, but apparently the state is backed up and hasn't been able to get to it. Your Honor, C2 is the death certificate issued for Patrick DeRossi. You can see here it was issued on the 12th of November at 23:56 p.m. EST at 7577, referring to the block or the zip code.
Is that where St. Hospital Morgue is?
No, I believe the death certificate was actually interesting. That was issued at the EMS issued it at the scene.
At the scene, it would appear.
Or it's apparently it's issued at the scene. I guess his death was noted there. I know she was one of the defense's witnesses.
That she is.
The witness testimony reads, I was treating the patient, Patrick DeRossi. He had no vitals at the scene. We took him to OR1. He still had no vitals. When local doctor extracted the bullet, the body said, Luca, before dying again. The PT's brain exploded and he was pronounced dead and sent to the morgue, which is very graphic, and I'm not 100% sure how that happens, but it's as written.
Wait, this piece of evidence states that the victim's head exploded?
The brain exploded, yes. I heard about it after the fact. My officer told me about it, and he was a little shaken.
Dear God. Okay, I'm sorry. Continue. Unless Mr. Power had anything to say.
I will bring up my arguments against this statement when I called witness to the stand.
Fair enough.
Okay.
No, Your Honor, that is the end of presenting my evidence. We have evidence supporting the presence of Mr. DeGrotti on scene of a very close range hail of bullets at our at the victim.
Okay. Do you have any witnesses that you wish to call? I don't think I saw any listed.
No, I do not have any, Your Honor.
Okay. Would you like to do closing argument now, or would you like to save that for after?
I'll reserve.
Okay, so Mr. Power, would you be agreeable to a 5-minute recess before we begin your case?
Yeah, I'm okay with 5-minute recess.
All right. We'll be in recess for 5 minutes and reconvene at the half hour, I suppose. All right.
And court's gonna be in recess.
Eat or drink.
He needs a haircut.
You got everything
Prison's
under
been rough
control
on
and
it.
everything.
Let's get him up
sorted?
ready.
Yeah, I
Was it
Good,
that
good.
rough that you
Alright.
thought that was a good style choice?
I'm gonna be live recording,
least I have
so
two
it's
eyes,
gonna be
that's
just
all.
transcribed tomorrow.
And who's been in jail for 12 years?
I've got repos to deal with.
Yeah,
So
you go do repos. I'll make sure this is
Okay.
all handled. Let's just-
if you have any trouble, drop us a text, give us a shout.
Yeah, I think
Hey
it'll be fine.
Luca, how's it going?
It's going alright.
You're doing a great job. You look amazing.
Luca, what is that schmuck on your face? What is that schmuck on your face? Oh my god.
Yeah,
this is interesting.
So fucking ugly. Oh my god.
Mhm.
Charging yourself is
So,
ridiculous. Oh my god.
the things that I have an issue with, where Sariani is crying out for, is the guy being pronounced dead already at the spot, at the location, right?
Mhm.
And then the person that was on scene, because as far as we know, there was only one person on scene, made a witness testimony, basically saying like, hey, we took him to fucking shots. He lived for one more second, he skipped a word, and his brain exploded. What? As well as
Yeah, that doesn't.
as well as I'm pretty sure that you are not allowed to pronounce DOAs on field.
Didn't think you could either.
I don't think you're not allowed to, but I don't know that.
Depends on if it's a high-ranking EMS or not, if I'm not mistaken.
Medical service paramedic 1.
What?
Mm.
I don't think that's right.
That didn't sound right.
Mm.
Not in that
That another
sense.
way to say someone dropped the so?
That's all I can say is,
Yeah, it's this is very interesting.
Wait, why are you so fucking tall?
Did somebody just turn around and ask Danny why he's so fucking bald?
Oh yeah,
No,
listen, man. I don't know what's happening in the courtroom at the moment, but it's a party. I think the whole server is here. Close to it. And you have Walsh and Danny in the back, a paramedic in there.
probably because there's nothing else going on. Literally.
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Creep. I'm sorry, look at the type
I
of guy
don't
to
think-
stalk out of
Yeah, you can't knock
Please make
What
sure you
kitty?
okay.
and then have lamb chops like that.
And listen,
Yes,
I
what?
took second place.
Bacon, bread, lettuce, small burger, tomato.
Or I thought you were gonna make all large burgers to make heart stuffers.
Yeah, but I'm also doing bacon burgers too.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Bacon.
You guys a little bit of
I'm a bitch. I'll shut up.
The thing over here is I have a fucking murder charge on my head now. Why fucking idiots?
Johnson, I don't want to hear
You
it.
didn't do it,
wanna
so I don't know what
hear
the
it. Also, you drive.
Yeah, you'll be
Well,
okay.
You
Star.
run into
I mean,
traffic left,
of
right,
course I
and
didn't
center,
do
alright?
it, but you know, I just want to convince that poor man.
I didn't do it, but they sent me away for 12 years anyways.
Hey, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
Listen, Johnson's afraid of the cops, alright?
The juice is gonna be loose once again pretty soon.
What?
I was thinking, you know,
Yeah, I got you.
Why are you mowing me?
Meow?
Pretty much.
Yes.
Get out of his way, Gio.
Hi.
Because you haven't gone to bed yet. She knows what time bedtime is. Routine, routine, routine.
Nope.
It is physically impossible, which is why.
Hey, don't go there.
Don't worry, I got arguments for that, which is why we have arguments.
Yes. Yes, kitty.
Similar happens to you, Johnson.
Yeah.
Listen. Yeah, that is a ended up
one
in
gray
the
Yeah, you look like Hermione.
I don't know if it's
That's a compliment. Hermione is awesome.
Hey, just wave your wand around, bibbity bobbity boo.
Out of curiosity, has anyone
Leviosa.
here been looking out of the window during this court thing? I'm gonna tell you, dude, there's someone doing like garbage truck right now, and they are making bags, son. Because I have seen them pass by like 12 times. 1 minute, dude. They are hammering this thing.
I don't like looking out the window at the courthouse because there's fire trucks that like to ram the courthouse, and it's kind of scary watching them repeatedly ram the building.
Don't worry.
Oh,
The
yeah, I
trash
can't
truck's
get
gonna
so
come
far.
get rid of him. I saw the man coming. You ain't gotta worry about no roadblock.
The trash truck gonna get rid of
Are you ready, Power?
That's again.
Are you ready again?
Just need to use the bathroom real quick.
Okay. Just let me know when you're ready.
We should all get seats.
Could you
and
open this door for me?
stuff like
Just gonna use the bathroom real quick.
You know I can hear you, right?
What's going on?
So,
How's it going? Hello.
yeah, you know,
Hey, free
I have to say this is like the most Italian trial I've ever been at.
God damn it. Makes a lot of sense.
Is it crazy to anyone else that the bottom of the foot keeps talking over there?
Are you ready, Lightwood?
Sure, I'm just working on my closing stuff.
Okay.
We'll see how we need to modify it once he's done his side.
Then once he's back, once Power is back, I'll call in your
Sure.
justice.
Where is Power?
Toilet break real quick. You have to go to the toilet, so.
God.
Man, go to the
It's
bathroom.
like glob. They give you like.
Yeah, I hate the fact because I want this door locked. Something that Fry is not afraid, but Fry is afraid.
Oatmeal and whipped cream.
Fry is just having a meltdown. Fry looking hell like it's like no.
You said didn't put you in solitary.
I have to get my head in this one. Why is Fryer afraid?
Fry is not really afraid. Fry is just. Or Fry feels like if something was gonna happen to the Chief Justice, it's gonna be on her head, so.
Sure.
Did my lawyer just leave me here?
No, he's at the toilet, Mr. DeGrotti.
Oh, okay.
He's at the toilet, Mr. DeGrotti.
Oh.
He'll be back. No, he'll be
Unless
back.
if something happened, I would step up and defend you.
He's back.
Alright, I'm good.
You bring the Alfredo and then you do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we should
We're
be
good, yep.
more.
I love you, Luca.
Depending on the lawsuit.
Okay. All rise again for the Honorable Chief Justice.
He's fucking set.
I freaking love how he is fucking limping. And you may take a seat.
Alright. Back in session.
I need to put in the recess time.
Okay, we ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Power, the floor is yours.
All right. I would like to begin with calling forward evidence item E1. The list of people named Luca. This is an all-encompassing list, as there is also the one person with this name spelling Luka. However, this does point towards there being multiple Lucas within the city, which include and are not limited to Luca Chan, my client Luca DeGrotti, Luca Francesi, Luca Luciano, Luca Verratti, and my personal favorite, Luca Rushing.
I see.
So with the alleged, death gasp that happened, he could have meant any of these names here, or possibly others. But this is meant to prove that there are more than one Luca in the city, and just because, say, a person's dying word is a name, doesn't necessarily mean they mean a particular person. Then I would like to call attention to evidentiary items E2 and E3. This gives a more complete scene to what is around that beach. I took a picture of the cliffside that overlooks where the crime scene happened, as well as a look from the cliffside as well. This means that if there was another shooter, which there very well could have been, it is very likely that they could have been shooting from this cliffside or anywhere else in the area.
Thank you for the overall scene photos. I appreciate that. Actually, had done such a job.
I'm doing my best for my client. As you can see, there are multiple angles that overlook where this happened. So, if my client, into where the shooter in this case, which he wasn't, it is very possible that a standard day enjoying your time at the beach could have turned very violent when you have shooters overlooking you from such a cliffside.
Your Honor, there's no evidence supporting this, and it sounds like he's testifying.
Yeah, you're towing a line very close there, Power, but let's keep it to the facts. I'm enjoying this tale, though, but keep it to the things we know.
Understood? If we're going to stick to what we know, I would like to call Barbara Litzberg to the stand.
Ms. Litzberg,
Yep.
raise your right hand.
I'm not too sure how to.
You just raise your right hand.
Right hand up.
Just got to put your right hand up.
There we go. Sorry about that.
All right. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under pain and penalty of perjury?
Yep. And NASCAR.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Thank you.
I think that's the first oath on NASCAR we've had in this courthouse.
Want me to write it down?
Mm-hmm. Hello, Barbara. How are you doing today?
So.
All right. Could you state your name and job for the court record?
Barbara Litzberg, EMS at SAMS.
Okay. You were the responding EMS to the scene, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So, you also assisted the local doctor in the room, yes?
Yeah, I was present in the OR.
Okay. So, based on your medical knowledge, is it possible for gas to exist within a person's body, post-mortem?
Yes, but it is also possible for it to escape.
To escape, such as to
So
make a
farting,
noise.
moaning, farting, moaning, grunting, erections. There's lots of ways that the noise can come out.
Understood. And
I don't think I've ever had a noisy erection, but
You'd be surprised.
Okay. And just to continue on the subject of possible states of the body,
Mm-hmm.
if a person were, near death's door, is it possible for them to be hallucinating, possibly see friendly faces or anything else?
There are claims of people seeing loved ones before they die, seeing people that they know or recognize as they're approaching, as they're dying.
Okay. But from what I'm reading here, or according to the medical report, he was dead on scene, correct?
When we arrived at the scene, the blood was dry, which implied that he had been dead for some time. I remember hearing a member of Saxy state that the blood had dried, so he'd been there for a bit. When we took, I probably spent about 5 minutes at the scene trying to resuscitate the patient, and I couldn't get him back. That, with the 5 minutes of traveling to the hospital, and then the 5 minutes of him being in OR, there was still no sign of life from the patient. So it was a weird situation. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm no medical professional, but I think I understand. So, there were no signs of life when you arrived on scene, and no signs of life at any point from when he entered the OR or anything like that.
Exactly. There was no brain energy, like no brain waves, nothing. He was completely deceased.
And for clarification, how many bullet wounds did he have to his head?
1.
A singular bullet wound, okay.
Yeah. The patient had only 1 bullet, and it was 1 gunshot wound to the head.
Alright. And obviously responding to a scene like this where something gruesome happens, as is, day to day with EMS responding to multiple different kinds of scenes, multiple different kinds of injuries. This was a very tough time, right?
He was he was the first one I've ever done solo. It was a very scary situation.
A very scary situation.
Mm-hmm.
And just to go back to your witness statement, you heard him say Luca.
I heard him say I sound like Luca, yes.
You sound like Luca, so it's possible that the sound that escaped the body due to, escaping gases.
Mm-hmm. Admittedly, I probably should have called the DOA sooner, but I wanted the local doctor to confirm it for me.
Okay. So, it's possible that you hallucinated, or at least imagined, the noise that came out of his body, correct?
Objection, leading question.
I'm going to sustain that. Please rephrase your question, Mr. Power.
Right, I do apologize. So, due to your stress levels, given the scene you responded to, are you certain that the noise you heard come from his body was him saying Luca?
I don't really know. It sounded like Luca, but it might have been something else. It was
Objection.
Quite literally.
Objection.
Calls for narrative.
I would answer yes or no.
Could you repeat the question?
Yeah. So, given your state of mind, it is possible that you misheard the noise coming from the body.
Yes, it is possible I misheard.
Okay.
Just so it's on record, that objection was sustained. I just corrected the response before saying that. Continue, Mr. Power.
Okay. No further questions at this time.
All right. Would you like to reserve the right for redirect?
Yes, I would.
Okay. Miss, you can stay up on the stand because
Okay.
Mr. Lightwood now has the opportunity to cross-examine you if he wishes.
I do, Your Honor. Hello.
Hello.
How long can someone be quote-unquote dead before they're brought back to life?
7 minutes. After 6 minutes, brain deceases. The brain is completely inactive.
Are you able to measure those brain waves on scene and on the way to the hospital?
We were not able to, but he had a bullet in his head, so, but when we got into the hospital, there was no brain response.
Very good. Just yes or no is sufficient.
Okay.
Mentioned previously, you were asked. You mentioned that the local you waited for the local doctors to call DOA, but you could have. Is calling a DOA something an EMS can do on their own without local doctor consideration?
I'm not entirely sure, but after speaking with the head of department, they said that I could have been able to do that, but it would have to be under very, very strict, reasons. Logically,
so
because the
not-
patient had a bullet in the head, I could have called DOA, but I was not sure about the rulings with that, so I didn't want to do it.
Right. Yes or no? At the time, no.
No, not at the time.
Thank you. How long have you been in EMS with the city?
Less than a month.
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance.
I'm trying to ask her medical experience with within the state.
I have plenty of knowledge about medical.
Hold on, we gotta wait
I'm
to
gonna
see if the
overrule the objection. You can answer.
I actually do have plenty of knowledge about human,
No,
about life and death and the medical field.
I didn't ask that question, Ms. Litzberg.
Yeah, please answer the question as asked. Which I believe
It was simply how long you were here. We answered. He was objecting to it. That's all.
Oh, around a month with EMS.
Thank you.
Actually, just a bit over. Well, a month and 2 weeks, I believe.
Congratulations on getting there. In the last month and a half, you've seen some pretty serious injuries come through Schultz.
Yeah.
Have any of them really boggled your mind on how someone could survive such injuries?
Oh, yes.
Objection. Relevancy. I'm calling once again.
Yes, but within reason.
The relevancy, Your Honor, is you have to wait for him to.
Yeah, when a lawyer makes an objection, you have to wait to answer the question, because anything you say in between that time, I have to disregard until I've decided whether or not the objection will stand. So, objection, relevance, and then what was your rebuttal, Lou?
The relevance is a bullet wound to the head I've seen many people within this city survive bullet wounds to the head, so I wanted to know if she's familiar with the toughness that is the people of San Andreas.
And we're not necessarily here for anyone else's injuries. We're here for the injury sustained to Patrick DeGrotti, so other people's injuries would be irrelevant.
Yes. However, her testimony was based on her medical knowledge of treating other patients. I'm trying to gauge the impact here of her statement.
So I think I will sustain the objection in part in such as that I think focusing on the specific type of injury is probably more appropriate than as broad of a question as you'd ask. So if you could
very good
tailor that.
I'll rephrase. How many gunshot wounds to the head have you seen treated with your time with Sam's?
Just this one actually.
Oh, that's very lucky for you.
Yeah,
no further questions, Your Honor.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Would you like the chance to direct Mr. Power?
No, I think no redirect is necessary.
All right, thank you, ma'am. You have done a great service to this court. Appreciate you serving as a witness. Enjoy the rest of your day. No one reserving her for recall, I presume, because we're about to... I'm not sure. Do you have any other witnesses, Mr. Power? I didn't see any other on the list.
No further witnesses.
Okay, are we ready to do closing arguments at this time?
I could use a minute if you don't mind, Your Honor.
All right, should we take a 5-minute recess then?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
Would you like a little longer than that?
No, 5 minutes should be sufficient for me, Your Honor.
All right. We'll be in recess for the next 5 minutes. Thank you.
Down.
So I can use the restroom.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Thank you.
You might have to think about your bar tab there to get out of that position. Just think about your bar tab. If that doesn't work, you might have to take a nap. Yeah.
No. Dude, I have never typed so fast in my life as I did there. I'm gonna be very honest. Holy shit, man. So this is gonna be interesting because Power brought up some really strong facts there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they have enough evidence that they don't. So they have the they have the evidence that he was on scene. They don't have the evidence. They don't have the narrative why he got shot. There was never an
They don't have
interrogation.
premeditation
They don't have the premeditation, but they don't have the
or the
narrative.
intent.
Premeditation, intent, anything like that, deliberation. But they don't have a narrative why he shot either. As Power said, it could have been very well somebody else. The bullet only states he was there. There is no medical report. There is no autopsy report, which is kind of hard, which is interesting to me.
What?
So many people here.
I don't know.
I have a funny feeling there's not enough evidence, and the judge is going to rule against the state.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough evidence either. I definitely don't think there's, at least. So the way Julia is thinking is very black and white, right? Like I'm trying to. How is Julia thinking about this? She understands somebody got shot. She understands there was a bullet casing found, and there was a.
Did anybody see him shoot him?
First of all, that she's like, okay, as just when the picture got brought up, it's like, yeah, no, I can see on that, yeah, and then with because she is looking at the DOA form, right, the death certificate, and she sees, hey, you called this on scene already. Oh my god. I remember working for Wayne Valentino when Fryer was just a baby. When she just got out of jail for street racing.
Louis
Hi, dear.
so lucky I'm not a lawyer, man. Lou is so lucky I'm not a lawyer, man.
Oh yeah, Lou would.
Why is that?
Because I would have fucking, when he started asking her fucking, when he was like, oh, how long have you been part of EMS? I would have been like, objection, the witness is not the one that's on trial today.
Yeah, he never got depicted as a medical as a how do you call it? A witness, a special kind of witness.
And then when he kept asking, oh, did she call DOA on site? I would have gone, objection, badgering the witness.
No, I want to watch. Go ahead.
Not only that, but I would have also been gone. Obviously, would have also said, oh, you know, he's leading her to perjure herself whilst on the scene.
Yeah. Okay, let me see how much longer. Are you ready, Power?
Yeah.
You're echoing again, baby.
Need you back over here.
Lightwoods, are you ready, or do you need a few?
Oh shit! Sorry.
Jesus, that
Why
hurts.
is everyone touching each other in this courthouse?
Sorry,
Like, what is happening?
I'm just writing, and I.
Listen, I know.
You're
it is a big ask. That's formerly biker killer Lord Fryer is a paralegal and a court clerk, but it is happening.
Listen,
Okay?
I hold nothing against you. I'm just finishing my thoughts here.
Okay, how much more?
That was the third punch in like 2 minutes.
I had to think how many times would be thrown.
Like
minutes?
as long as everyone stops talking to me.
Okay, yeah, minutes.
I don't know.
You know it'd be Dan said a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Is this door locked? Is this door locked? Just gonna give the giving the prosecution 1 more minute, and then we'll be back.
Understood.
We can't hear what you said.
Just 1 more
Giving
minute.
the prosecution one more minute for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless he needs longer, which is. No, this does not mean we can have a dance party.
All right, I'm good.
Let me just see it for everybody. Ba, ba, ba. All rise for the Honorable Chief Justice. I love how we. And you may take a seat.
Thank you.
Fryer is so proud of himself, though.
We'll go ahead and proceed then with the state first.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll say the defense has attempted to sway the court's opinion on what happened by weaving a story of multiple shooters. They had the high ground. He's tried to sway opinion on the deceased's clear utterance of Luca before something extreme happened inside his body, causing his brain to explode. The fact that Patrick DeRossi said Luca clearly enough to be recognized by the witness without knowledge of our suspect is pretty telling. The fact there are other Lucas out there is irrelevant. Of course there are. But their fingerprints weren't found on scene.
Actually, I'm Yuri, Julia.
Here are the facts. A single bullet casing with the defendant's fingerprints on it, and a single sample of DNA coming back to the deceased that was on scene were found. That person was Patrick DeRossi. What an awful way to spend your last moments on Earth, panicked, your life flashing before your eyes, staring down the barrel of a weapon designed to kill. Pointing a gun in someone's face from a few feet away. Imagine that. Imagine knowing what would happen to that person. Imagine the outcome. Can you imagine anything other than death? Shooting someone, pointing a gun at someone's head and pulling the trigger is not easy to do. It takes willpower, it takes knowledge of your actions. Luca DeGrotti knew what he was doing. He had Mr. DeRossi in a secluded area, his back to a rock, premeditation. He was somewhere quiet and out of the way. He pointed his gun at Mr. DeRossi and he shot him in the face. He intended for Mr. DeRossi to die. Your Honor, people of San Andreas, my job here is to make sure that the law is upheld and that people who break the law go to jail. And that's what I'm doing today. Mr. DeGrotti, I'm sorry that you had to go through that and that you have the burden of taking someone's life. I hope to see justice today. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Chief Lightwood. Mr. Power.
Your Honor, I would like to remind you, as well as everybody else here, that we are here for one reason: first-degree murder. I want to know in what ways the state has proven that Luca DeGrotti here has committed first-degree murder. Was it with them fabricating 5 bullets to the head? And when a single bullet wound was all that was seen, was it with presentation of the evidence? Yes, my client's bullet casing was there, but why was it there? Did he shoot a person, or was he shot at? A more complete scene, while does not have all the details, as I'm not an investigator myself, proves that there is possibilities as to why my clients could have been there. Was it with the gas escaping from a person's breath, uttering a sound that sounded like Luca? In what way does that prove first degree? The person was dead. He could not have said anything at any point. And that has been proven. No brain activity while there at the hospital, as stated by the witness. No brain activity at the hospital, so they could not have even and have thought of what they were saying, or have said anything at all. This was a stressful situation, and I hope to God that Patrick DeGrotti's killer is found and convicted. But that person is not Luca. Matter of fact is that and the one bullet casing does not have a narrative, no story behind it. We are here for first-degree murder. And in my opinion, and I hope an opinion that you share, that has not been proven here today.
Okay.
All right. Thank you all for participating today. I'm going to take a few minutes to go back and write my opinion. That could be anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. So go ahead and get comfortable, but we'll be in recess until then. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. How you feel? More Luca. I just want to make sure Luca's doing okay.
Yeah, I'm doing alright, Luca. Yourself?
What? Is Sal not here?
No, I don't think so. I think
He couldn't make it to see the chops.
What up, homie?
Yeah, we wait.
Although no matter where it goes, good defend.
You know what? My meltdown is only slightly less minor now. This, it's fine.
You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing alright.
Okay. Well, get rid of those lamb chops.
Friday's only ever get a minor meltdown. Oh my god, I forgot she was wearing her fucking choker. Shit.
Oh well.
Oh well. She looks pretty. I like this for her.
Yeah, no, I agree, dear. What's the motive? There's no motive.
Yeah, there is no motive. Power is completely right. So what I might do, right, is Fryer might actually ask Byron why he came to that verdict and like how he processed each evidence. I'm wondering if he makes notes. If he can share those, I'd love them.
Okay, I've had two.
I see you got some on you.
Stomach mommy Fryer.
Alright, fine.
You know okay there, deputy?
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's what's up.
I don't want it to be that way. It just happens, okay?
No, I definitely understand.
I'm the worst fucking driver of all time.
Agreed. You and Luca.
Okay, alright.
Both Lucas.
Hey, we should start a driving school. That's what we should do.
I feel like they would horribly fail. I'm gonna be very honest with you.
Hey, who said that?
Little Fryer said that.
That dude's stunt flying. You can't fucking fly in this city.
Little Fryer. Well, considering you have been kinda in the casket the last 4 months, I'm sorry you forgot who I am. Somebody says like, yeah, we should do fucking tracks and learn how to drive. What? Excuse the shit out of me?
Look, it's disgusting Sal.
I thought it was that motherfucker.
The disgusting version of Sal. Sorry. I meant
Well, don't think this came in. Is that fucking Felipe? In Euroballers? Yeah.
Sal's hot. Sal's hot. This is the disgusting version.
Oh yeah, Fryer is really proud of her driving. She regards us as one of the better drivers in the city, even though I'm OOC dog shit.
It doesn't work with your
Power stance. It's one of the things with first degree murder, battery, and anything premeditated has such a high burden
Bar
of
to meet.
proof. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like it's one of the highest. It's also one of the hardest to prove.
Yeah, Lou still smells. He needs to buy some cologne.
Yeah, Lou's is stinky.
I can smell that greasy fuck from all the way over here. Anyone got any food?
He smells like food. There's food right over there.
Yeah, there's food.
Yeah, the bag has sushi in it.
Ooh, sushi.
I gotta grab some food. Sorry,
Who wants
pardon
eager
me.
for that courtroom floor sushi?
Sir, the courtroom floor gets at least cleaned twice a week.
Wonder who cleans the floors all the time.
I'm pretty sure Danny make sure that it gets cleaned like every single day. Gonna be honest, I think at least twice a week is good enough.
Good on.
Actually, 3 times a week, 2 times to 4 times after open court, and after every court session.
Italian food got sushi here. Come on. Get some cold cuts.
Sorry, I had to take a phone call, like a really important one.
Who said that?
I know, right?
Who said that?
It was me. It's because he
Fryer looks so goddamn good. Holy shit.
Don't mess with my fucking chicken Alfredo.
I know, right? Oh.
All I get.
Did somebody give him a chicken Alfredo?
I gave, yeah, I gave him one.
Okay, because, yeah. I know the man likes chicken Alfredo. Been living on rice and beans.
You keep doing that. She learned how to do it.
That's a sick. That is you too. I like that.
Oh, thank you. I feel like the first lady. I said I watched the first episode of this show last night.
Which one?
I think Fryer is questioning the state right now. She's questioning Lou Lywood why they didn't interrogate Luca. That's really what I'm wondering. Please no, I got horses to ride and cowboys to shoot.
Stop.
Well, I'm having fun at that, so.
Just stop.
No.
Yeah, you're leading to the problem.
No, I'm not. Why would I be leading to the problem? I need to.
You're keeping PRC busy, so the devs stay over there and fuck off GATA.
There are 2 different dev teams for them, though, so.
Well, we were told that the fucking once PRC got up and running, they were going to take the devs off of fucking PRC and put them on tier GTA.
Mm.
I love her kawaii phone.
Yeah.
I hate how it gives you that for every character, though.
Yeah, Yokai also has this. It's the same with the backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the only reason I have this though is because I really like this background. I need to.
What is that?
It's an anime face. What the fuck? Wait, I can just do this. Remember, Weasel news is fake. Don't believe the media. Offended by the pigeons. Pigeons. Why are they talking about Father Abraham Lincoln. What the fuck is happening here?
What?
They're talking about the Oompa Loompa song and stuff like that back there. I don't know what the heck is happening. Wait, what is that again?
Oh, he hates him, but he will tell you how he really feels. Literally, till the end of the end.
That movie is just misogyny. It's not funny. It's full of gay
Yeah, Tim Burton is done it then. I almost made the wedding vows that Fry would say to Jenna. The Nightmare Before Christmas vows.
Oh my god.
I'm obsessed with those songs. I kind of want them IRL. I don't really like Hey in Sickness and Health. Like, that should be a given. Court in order.
Yeah, what about the musical? The musical's really good.
Is that a picture of Jenna? Or is that Fryer?
This Fryer.
Oh, wow.
This is her house, which FDF broke into.
Mm-hmm.
When somebody was looking for Fryer, Fryer was like, hey bitch, come get me.
I'm surprised you don't have any pictures of Jenna.
Jenna, we don't really take a lot. We take pictures, but it's mostly like, you know, screenshots and stuff like that. Jenna is the only one with an actual picture for the picture.
True, like.
Let's
But
see.
that happens with so many fucking films now. It's unreal.
I've
So many
only
films
found
can get
one
like 7
thing
books down.
that I've enjoyed the video version more than the book, and that was actually the new Vampire Academy.
Vampire Academy was cool.
The new Vampire Academy TV show is actually better than the book, but that's the only time I've ever
Wait,
said
what?
that. Not the movie. The movie's shit, but the
Wait, hold up. There is a TV show?
I'm a big fan of The Magicians. I think The Magicians.
Wait, what?
I never read that one.
The movies is the
Oh
series.
god, Fryer with short hair. This was just after she left FDF, actually.
Centered and focused on the storyline.
I might have to actually read them.
What does that one say? I can't read it. I'm laying in bed.
I Jenna Tuttle, would like to marry Julia Lil Fry Stonebridge. A lot. So affirmation for our marriage.
That's a follower, I think.
Fucking Amy was trying to read that shit stuck in the shop earlier. She stole fucking Tuttle's bike and then came back with it retainted.
Oh look, it's a Jenna in her flight set stuff.
Well, that's cool.
Oh, this is what was in the air. Oh, one of my warrants that she just sent to me. Tetris, when something happened to him.
I heard you like Viagra.
I like your what?
The fuck?
I heard you like Viagra.
Oh, I don't like it. It's a necessity. Listen, when you get to a certain age, sometimes your prostate fails you and stuff goes wonky.
You prefer Viagra or Xtans?
I get whatever the hospital prescribes me.
I get it. How do
All I
I
get
look?
mittens,
Do
no
I
more.
look gay?
You're always looking mostly professional.
Mostly professional. I always came in with booty shorts, I'm gonna be honest.
It usually isn't a problem.
Exactly.
Also, if there's somebody is trying
I haven't had
to
any
tell me that
complaints so far.
your street name is Kitten Mittens.
Why are you bringing up my dick in
No,
court?
I kinda like it.
No.
What do you mean no?
I don't agree to that. No.
You don't agree to it?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Maybe
Okay.
he's attracted to
Okay,
it.
I'll remember it. I'll remember it.
Alright, I gotta
instead
radio
of
something up.
instead of give off, I'll call you Kitten Mittens. Got it.
How did that come up?
No,
in
no, no, no,
conversation?
no.
No? Okay, got it.
No, 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 no,
Yes.
no, no.
Right. You stay safe out there,
Okay.
Kitten Mittens.
Yep.
Gibson, by the way,
It's nothing to be ashamed of. Just go to the hospital. They'll prescribe it for you, pal.
And I'll be right back in the
No. What, your blue pill?
All I'm gonna say is you're taking long dick of the law to a whole new level.
Hey.
I think this is one of the raids.
Nothing related to my penis. Just one night on the record.
What the fuck am I hearing?
I know. I'm just saying they are.
Oh my god, my old.
Okay, sorry about that. Was it one of you that was calling me?
Yeah. I wanted to ask, was there any word on the statement?
Okay, you have to remind me of which one.
The 14th. Yeah, it's for Luca's arrest and processing on the 14th. Yeah.
Redhead just reminded me of a TikTok I watched. It was like gingers got made fun of in growing up in school, and then something made
rather have a lot of things happening lately. So that did slip my mind on that statement.
Everybody likes the redhead.
So I'm actually
definitely. They just don't like us when we're
Alright, perfect.
I used to like redheads. Then I met someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was
No,
it me?
it's definitely Ed.
Listen, Luke. Listen,
Listen
Luke.
here.
I am dealing with a Jenna on
We're
a
in
day-to-day
court, alright?
basis.
You're dealing with a what?
With a Jenna. With a Tuttle.
Yeah. So.
I feel like that's a handful. It's both handfuls. Actually.
I don't envy you.
What do you mean you don't envy me? She's great. I love her. I actually do really.
Is a handful for sure.
She is a handful, but she's also really proud of what she does.
Yeah, I understand. I just remember the last time we spoke. Yeah.
I'm trying to see
I
how long
remember
the
last time we
justice
spoke, you
still needs.
wanted to speak with Leo.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you got to them about
Check GTA General.
Oh my god.
I almost had a brain fart to call somebody by the wrong name, Carlson.
Wait, I know who he is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kumo.
Alright. Perfect. Like I said, I just want to get it on the records. That way, I can just get my discovery done. If it requires me to write the case first, fair enough.
Is it yamming you?
As soon as possible.
No, not yet.
Alright. Okay.
Sometimes there's a lot that happens and it gets a little hectic.
Yeah, I get it. Santos is always busy. Alright.
Hey Gibson, you should check your emails.
Oh, stand by.
I'm waiting for you, son of a bitch.
I'm surprised he hasn't tackled me yet.
I just got that eliminated like a couple of weeks ago.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna just keep it. You're gonna keep it 2 cents a buck with you. You're never gonna get rid of that. You should embrace it.
Yeah, it wasn't gotten rid of, but it wasn't every other person on the street every day saying it.
You want me to tweet it? I can tweet it.
No. I was level for that.
What's your rank again, Lieutenant? Lieutenant Gibson does not like to be called kitten mittens.
Oh, you're liable.
Wait, what's that? He doesn't want to be called what?
Kitten mittens.
Yeah, somebody's joke that went way beyond the scope.
Wow, was it though? Was
Yes,
it way
a joke that
beyond?
was well beyond the scope and way further than it should have gone.
Aw.
I feel like he's a kid.
Need a hug?
Need a hug.
Become an
Fucking
everyday thing,
Lou!
that's an everyday thing.
Oh,
Listen,
yes,
I'd
of
offer you a hug, but my wife would probably murder you and me at the same time.
Why, you can't hug people? I don't understand.
No, she's very protective over me.
Yeah, but that's insane.
You have Matt Tuttle, right?
Yeah, I know she's crazy.
Okay, okay.
Have I
that
met Tuttle?
deputy.
The other day she got mad.
Yeah.
She kept yelling at me to patrol with her,
Can
then I do it, and she
we-
bails on me 40 minutes later.
Can we get the court in order again, please?
Wait, Ed, go on in.
Look at that commanding like, look at that.
Listen,
told him
I
that. Don't go to
I
sleep.
feel great. This feels amazing. Luca?
Not you. The other Luca.
Me? Okay.
Powerful.
Well, no, he can't sit in the
Luca.
audience.
Luca, you need to be at your. Yes.
Yeah, next time.
Wait, isn't that the poop aisle?
See, the best part of this is, I don't think Byron's coming back yet. They were just getting loud, and look at, they all just scattered.
Gibson, can you move to the side, please?
Hey, can we smoke in here?
No.
No,
you can't
no
smoke.
smoking.
Go outside, smoke.
No smoking.
What if the Chief Justice approves?
Gibson,
Mm-hmm.
sight, please.
So you
I'm
make
trying to
sure
get
you down
the
and
Chief
just
Justice back in here.
everybody's lap before you sit in your own chair.
What
Huh?
did the Chief Justice done?
Everybody, all rise for
fought in
Chief
here, but now
Justice
it's mostly-
Byron Bertal. I'm feeling we're dealing with a bunch of kids here. And you take a seat.
Love that one deputy's all. You have Matt Tuttle, right?
If you're talking, Your Honor, we can't hear you.
Yep, alright, sorry. Just getting my notes prepared here. Alright, thank you all. I'm going to be reading the decision here in case of CR-20221116-A in the state of San Andreas versus Luca DeGrotti. I want to start out with a point that was made that I would have clarified for the record just in my decision. So this was about trying to codify the collection of DNA when it comes to bodies. And I think the state does not need to request a warrant, particularly in the instance of a body being evidence
God,
of
his
murder,
mic is off.
manslaughter, or related type of investigation. So I just want that to be on the
Number
record
definitely one
before I move into the meat and potatoes here, which I will do now. This case has been a gruesome and arduous task to undertake, and I want to thank all parties for what was a very civil trial in my experience. Kudos to both the prosecution and defense for your decorum today. When it comes to the charges, as Mr. Power aptly points out, the state has the burden of proof for first-degree murder, and I will break down the court's opinion as follows. Mr. DeRossi did in fact die, and he was killed by a bullet to the face, as evidenced by the death certificate and the medical reports. The number of gunshot wounds reported by the prosecution may have been off in their statements, but the fact remains that at least one hit the victim and shot him in the face. That fulfills the court's burden for killing a person with intent. Now, to relate that to Mr. DeRossi, the prosecution asserts that, Mr. DeGrotti, Mr. DeRossi's dying breath implicated the defendant. After the statements of the witness, who we heard from, who I will note was not asked to testify as an expert, but to her own experiences, could not clarify whether or not this was a conscious utterance. Since it was not possible for the death to be called until the final tests were concluded, the court must assume this was a dying declaration. And for the record, this covers statements that would usually be viewed as hearsay. If someone is dying, they have less of a reason to fabricate testimony. This statement can be used with some validity, but not all the validity of eyewitness testimony. In summation, this paired with the physical evidence placing the defendant at a remote, secluded scene is enough for the burden of premeditation and deliberation in the eyes of the court. I will point something out that Mr. Power stated and resonated with me about the prosecution's narrative being lacking, and I see that, but I think the defense's explanation of events the high ground theory, I'll call it, is even less believable based on the facts that have been presented today. So in summation, then, the court will be finding the defendant guilty of murder in the first degree. And Mr. DeGrotti, I must state, this crime is a reprehensible one, a disgusting and malicious act of violence. And I don't normally do this, but as an exception, and due to the flagrant disregard for the law, I will be extending your maximum sentence for murder to 7 years in this case, and keeping the fine the same. You may appeal this or file an injunction for this decision to be reviewed by the DOJ, but at this time, that is my ruling. Court is adjourned. Officers, if you could please process the defendant.
Thank you, Ron.
Can you please put
Do we want to
You
give him
cheated.
Do we want to give him any time for his
Fucking stinky ass piece of
You know, my last thing away, officer.
You can't do it.
You already spent 12 years in there.
I mean, he's spending 7 years. Why let
Your
him
Honor,
get a good smoke in before
permission
you
for my
fucking
client
take
to
him out?
smoke.
Pieces of shit.
I'm good now.
He's got his stick up their ass all of a
You
sudden.
can have his going away cigarette.
Fucking hands up, man.
Whoa!
Hey, hey, hey.
So unnecessary.
So I don't think they heard the part that you mentioned about the time,
All
did they?
y'all got a stick up your ass or something. Go get therapy, you motherfuckers.
I swear I heard somebody just mentioned time for him.
Go to Twitter.com.
God damn. I'm not getting violent. I'm literally just putting him in handcuffs. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, Mr. DeGrotti, let's go. Let's go this way.
Yeah.
We love you, Luca. We love you, Luca.
I'm gonna kill you.
What?
Please.
What?
I would like to remind everybody that we are in front of Chief Justice Byron Bartal.
That is also a criminal threat.
That's a criminal threat.
What's a criminal threat?
Chicken Alfredo?
Yeah. How is that a criminal?
Somebody literally said
Kill
they're
Lou.
going to kill Lou.
I think you guys are hearing things.
You're hearing things.
Okay, so then I will say this. As a former criminal, I did hear it.
As a former criminal?
Yeah, like
You
you,
guys
I...
are letting anybody into DOJ these days.
So you're
Well-
saying nobody deserves a second chance to better themselves?
Yeah, you guys don't think
That
so.
sounds like what you're saying.
He's been in there for 11 years.
12. 12 fucking years.
Somebody just
That's
threatened
right,
the chief
walk
of
away,
police.
you
Hey,
coward.
fucking stink bug.
Actually, fun
All right.
fact, I don't know if it's still standing, but the guy in the blank has a $40,000 bounty on him. That's probably why
Really?
he pulled out a gun, yeah.
Well, somebody just threatened the chief of police to
Okay,
kill him
anybody
in the
act
courtroom.
upon that bounty. I don't think the Chief Justice will be very happy, and he will be remanded.
Court is
into jail.
adjourned. This is not a playground, so if you guys would like to continue discussing, I would prefer you do it.
Let's
in
go
front
to
of
the playground, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a
You
good
can
day,
go live
Wayne.
somewhere else.
Oh, watch your step, Valentino. Be careful, it's slippery.
Oh, yeah. You have a good day.
I will, as always.
Bye, guys. Thanks for coming.
Go buy some cologne, you stink
Was I
face.
always this annoying when I was on that side? I don't recall being this much of a pain in my ass.
Everything I wear is going to be better than that axe you wear every day, bud.
When I was undercover for FIB, that was the group that, that's why they're very angry with me.
And one of them made a threat against Lou's life in there. So, of course, I
That's
was
fine.
going to move to apprehend. And then Wayne Valentino wanted to kindly remind everybody that there's supposedly a $40,000 bounty on my head in the middle of the courthouse.
Oh.
Wayne's not very smart.
Jesus.
Things that I could articulate.
Hey, Lou, Maggie's wanted to speak with you before she went ahead and processed him.
Yes. Yeah, sorry. Give me a second.
That's fine.
You got lucky with that dying declaration thing.
Yeah, I hear you.
That was
It wasn't my best case, I'll say.
I think you did actually a good job with that one. I don't think most judges would have picked up on that when you said it in your opening argument. So I had
Right.
that in the back of my mind the whole time. So
Can I ask why? Because I think I got interrogated when I, killed my biker. Why didn't that happen in this case?
why wasn't he called to the stand? Probably because
No, why was there no interrogation? Could have helped with
Of
narrative.
who, Luca?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did interrogate. I just didn't get it recorded.
Oh, okay.
There are reasons behind it, but yeah.
Okay, I was just wondering.
And I mean, he wasn't called to the stand, so there was no witness testimony to ask him about, anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
I could if I had recorded the interviews, I could have used some of what he had said. But it's after the fact now. He had said he'd been contacted by him and stuff like that, but I didn't get it, so I didn't use it.
Good
Plus, I wanted to have Wayne was there. I could have had him, or Wayne wasn't there. I could have had him call me to the stand, but anyway, it was fine. Anyway, they want to talk to me before they send them. Thanks, Your Honor.
4-3 deuces interrupt.
Anything you need to just to...
No, I'm good. Once that transcript is ready, let me know.
Yes, I'll be working on it tomorrow. This is a whole bunch of process for me.
That was a pretty easy one, I think. There was not a lot of cross-talking going on, so that's...
Nope. Alright, I'm gonna make sure I get home safe before they decide to off me for some reason. Okay, well, that was interesting.
Can I come in?
You still here, Bo?
Yeah, I'm still here, homie.
That was interesting.
Yeah?
He got 7 years.
Barely, though. Did you hear what the justice said?
Yeah, barely. So, I do agree with where he says, like, hey, he did state as a last dying statement, Luca, but it could have meant so much. So many intentions could have been with that. So it's, like, kind of tough. Honestly, I fucking hate cars in this city. They're fucking dog shit. Poor guy spends 12 years in prison, 12 days I think, pretty sure, and then goes in for another 7. Pretty sure he asked for it OST. Otherwise he wouldn't get any gas. Also, I like Freya being dominant. The powers that Freya took there, when she called everybody in order, whew. Oh, back to dummy mummy. The government is rigged. What? What? Well,